I was just meditating on how Satan directly involved himself and related himself to Jesus. And this is comparing to the evil spirits, let's say, where the evil spirits admitted they knew who Jesus was. And they came out and said, "Jesus, thou Son of the living God, have you come to trouble us before our time?" And they actually worshipped him. But Satan, not one time in the Bible does he confess that Jesus is the Son of God. He came to tempt Jesus, of course, with the bread and the top of the temple, and with the high mountain where he looked over the kingdoms of the earth. And he said, "If thou be the Son of God," and with the kingdoms of the earth, he said, "If you will bow down and worship me, I will give you all of these kingdoms." But not once did he admit or even relate the fact that Jesus was the Son of God. Although he knew who he was, he knew that he was sent by God for a purpose. But yet, in not understanding the great mind of God, and certainly not understanding grace, love, compassion, or any of these feelings, he got the purpose all wrong. And in crucifying Jesus, he thought he got rid of the problem, because he thought that Jesus was going to be the physical king of Israel, and that Israel was going to have their Messiah, and that all of the armies that he sent against Israel to annihilate them would be for naught, because Jesus was going to set in kingship over the Hebrew nation, and that would pretty much sew up things. But Satan, as I said before, had no idea about God's compassion, God's mercy, God's love, because when he rejected that for the first time, there was no coming around and saying, "Let's try it again." I mean, once he had fallen, he had fallen. And from the place that he fell from to the place that he fell to was a vast, vast difference. Love, any kind of compassion, any kind of joy, any kind of fair treatment, equality in his heart was gone, and it would never return, because he had made that choice to step over the line. As I say, the evil spirits were very different. They were not the hierarchy of Satan and his angels. They are lower. And so they have to confess the truth, although they don't want to tell the truth, although the truth galls them terribly. There's nothing else they can do, because Jesus, the Son of the living God, that truth is so profound, but yet it stands alone. And there is no other one, or there's no other name by which we can be saved. And when, if you go out and you say that I'm the toughest guy in town, you better watch yourself, because there might be a guy that's tougher. But when Jesus said, "I am the Messiah, I came from God and I'm going back to him," he was telling a profound truth that no one understood. And in matter of fact, in John, in the garden scene where they took Jesus away by force to crucify him, they said, "We are looking for the Son of God." And Jesus said, "I am he." And John says everybody fell back, because that profound truth was universal. It was not only known on our plane of existence, but it was known on every plane of existence that this was truly part of the Godhead. The power was there, the charisma was there, everything that caused him to be God and to be able to say, I am who I am, and there's no other above me. And so when these evil spirits confess Jesus, as I said before, as much as they hate it, they have to tell the truth, because there is no other. And the one that they worshipped fell from truth, so they cannot say that he is a reigning dignity, because he's not. He was thrown down. He was cast out of his place in heaven. And the one that what they were looking to, the one that they were worshiping, was an archangel. And Satan was taken out of that place. So to say that their master was the greatest or the top would have been a profound lie. And when they came to Jesus, if you notice in the book of the Gadarenes, when the demoniac came to Jesus, they had to cry out. They had to go down and worship him. They had to be truthful with themselves. And then they said, "Thou Son of the living God, have you come to torment us before our time? Have you come to send us to the pit, which is our final judgment?" And Jesus said, "Be quiet. I don't want you saying anything." And they said, "Well, don't send us there yet. Send us to the swine." And of course, you know the story. They went to the swine, and the swine couldn't handle the intense evil that was present there. And they ran into the Sea of Galilee and drowned. So Satan has not confessed that Jesus is Lord. Not because it's not true, but because if he, the top man in the push to unseat God, were to announce that Jesus Christ came in the flesh, then he would have to announce that there was blood shed by him, and the blood was pure because he tried to get Jesus to sin, and it didn't happen. And so all of these things would be like a domino effect. And he would admit that everything that he's doing is futile. He is too arrogant a being to do that. Think on these things. Look into the scriptures. Seek God with your whole heart. And don't look to man. Don't say, I am of Prophet Pentecost, or I am of this preacher or that preacher. Seek out the truth, and the truth is in God. The truth is Him, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. All three as one representation with three different ministries. God bless you. God keep you. And God be sure that you are standing on the solid rock, which is Jesus Christ, the Messiah HaMashiach of Israel. God bless you.